to ask about Hachalu, of course, the Oromo activist and singer who was assassinated 1 year ago today. In August of 2020, a year ago, I sent a letter with 19 of my colleagues requesting a transparent and independent investigation into his murder. In October, last October, the State Department responded by saying, quote, "The government of Ethiopia condemned Hundesa's killing and is conducting thorough investigations into both his killing and the violence that followed to ensure those culpable are brought to justice. The department has observed thus far that judicial processes and the treatment of detainees has proceeded in a manner that is broadly consistent with international law and Ethiopia's political reform priorities, albeit with the challenges due to COVID-19, end quote. So a lot has changed clearly since last October, but how would you characterize the current judicial process and the treatment of detainees, particularly opposition leaders right now?
So broadly speaking, Congressman, we're continue to have concerns, obviously, about the political environment in Ethiopia. And there have been detentions of a number of politicians, a number of other activists and others. We have engaged with the government on these detentions. We strongly believe that it's essential that any legal process proceed in accord with the rule of law. We have sought, in some instances, access to individuals, not always had the opportunity for that access. But it is critically important in this environment that no one be persecuted or prosecuted simply because of their political views, and that any legal process, again, be conducted in accordance with the rule of law.
And are you aware of the status at all of the independent investigation into Hachalu's murder specifically?
Congressman, I'd have to get back to you on that specific question, and I'd be happy to do so.
We'd welcome it. Thank you very much to both of you for being here. I yield back, Mr. Chair.
Focus is very understandably on the horrific situation in Tigray, but I'm also hearing increasingly alarming reports from Oromia. Can you tell us what the situation is in Oromia now?
What I can say, Congresswoman, is that there has been an expansion of the conflict in Oromia. For example, we do see some refugees coming down into Kenya, maybe 750 roughly, something like that, and in other regions as well. And I would say this is just generally representative of the fact that there is been growing conflict in a number of areas. As I said in my testimony earlier, my provided testimony, and these are deeply concerning. I mean, they reflect longstanding grievances, border disputes between peoples, just a number of different issues. And this is what is really tearing at the fabric of the country. And it's why it's so critical that there be this inclusive dialogue that involves all of the people of Ethiopia to reach a better path forward, to find a better path forward that really is genuinely a democratic path and protects and respects human rights. That's what we've been urging the Prime Minister and others in Ethiopia, and frankly also addresses specifically the issues in Tigray.